And you're on the run home on 11:16 SEN.
On 11:16 SEN, The Run Home with David Schwartz and Mark Allen for the new Williams handcrafted Pilsner, brewed with great character. And Hyundai, bonus gift card on all 2012 models at Hyundai's iSale.
So join in the chorus and sing it one and all. Join in the chorus, North Melbourne's on the ball. Good old
Second half of the first round. I'll tell you what, I cannot wait for Sunday afternoon. Twilight football. The Kangaroos take on Collingwood, and we're going to have a look at the Roos season with the captain of the club, Andrew Swallow, two-time Sid Barker medalist, and he's in the studio with us. Good on you, Andrew. Thanks for coming in.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
Early exit last year in the finals. Just snuck in and then took a big one. But how's the pre-season been since?
Yeah, it's been challenging. We started our pre-season over in Utah, which was always good for us to get away and into the altitude and do a bit of work over there. So got a good couple of weeks in there before Christmas, and since then we've been pretty lucky. We haven't had too many injuries along the way, and a lot of our guys have really improved both their fitness and their strength.
Andrew, just looking at the Kangaroos, I reckon you've got you run really deep in the midfield, but whether you're at that stage now to really challenge with games of experience, because you're still a young list, has Brad spoken to you about where the list is at and when you are ready to challenge? Because I remember seeing him do a presentation about 2 years ago, and he thought 2014, 2015 was probably going to be the optimum, but where does 2013 fit in?
Oh, yeah, it's a hard one. Brad hates talking about, clubs talk about their premiership window, and he hates talking about it because it's it puts limits on where our list can get to. And we do have I suppose guys who haven't got that many games under their belt, but we've got some really talented players, and guys like Jack Siebel, Ben Cunnington, who over the last couple of years have really started to step up. We've got a couple of guys from other clubs, Jordan Gisberts and Benny Jacobs. So we are developing a bit of depth. As long as we improve, I think that's the main thing this year.
Is it time? Is it time for the Kangaroos to show a bit of backbone? You got 3 Friday night games this year. I think you've got a lot of recognition, a lot of credibility. Where I reckon maybe 2, 3 or 4 years ago that wasn't the case. Is it really time for the boys to step up?
Yeah, we hope so. We still got a lot of work to do. In saying that, I think the final showed that last year, going over against West Coast in a pretty hostile environment, and we came away with a pretty big hiding. So we still got a lot of work to do, but I think everyone is genuinely excited that if we play some good football, we can generally match it with the big clubs and play some really exciting football. You
would have seen a good lot of the resolve of your team after that loss, I reckon. I mean, they come away from holidays, they come back. What sort of shape did the Kangaroos come back in after a loss like that? Yeah,
extremely good shape. So I think everyone would have improved in every area this pre-season, as you expect them to anyway. But I think the confidence the guys got, they know now if we can continue to put in the work. And we were pretty good at scoring last year. We didn't have a problem. I think we were the 3rd or 4th highest scoring team, but we let a lot of goals through on the other end. So that's been a really big focus for us, our defence. And if you're going to play against the best teams like Sydney, Hawthorn, Collingwood, they don't let you score very easily. So that was one of our sort of big improvement areas.
You lost a bit of experience too at the end of the year. Hamish McIntosh obviously gone to Geelong. Aaron Edwards, who'd played a few seasons with you guys, he's off to Richmond. Cam Peterson came to the D's. Matty Campbell, Ben Warren, McGinley, Gavin Urquhart, who'd played a few games as well, and Cruz Gartlett. That's a bit of experience there, and it's a lot of... I reckon a lot of friendships would have been broken because those blokes have been around for more than just one season. Yeah, it was tough, and most of those guys that went were great clubmen. The boys still keep in touch with Aaron Edwards. Benny Warren's one of my best mates, and I still catch up with them all the time. So it was hard to see those guys go. We've got to, as you said, we did lose a fair bit of experience. From those players, I think we probably got 6 players maybe that played over 100 games. So. Games-wise, we are still very young, but we expect a lot from the younger guys, and we did bring a couple of guys in. We brought 3 guys in from other clubs who
who are a bit older, so may not have had a lot of games under their belt, but at least they've been around the system for a few years.
Hey, Brent Harvey is a player that I reckon people almost go through the turnstiles to have a look at. I love watching Brent Harvey play.
He'd be grumpy at the moment.
Oh, mate, when he gets the ball, he's great to watch, and when he's on fire, you know, he certainly lifts the North Melbourne crowd. Now, you're not going to have him until, best case scenario, round 7. What's he been like around the football club with this, you know, hanging over his head a little bit?
He's been terrific. You know, I think he came in the first NAB Cup game and he showed us what he's got, what he's still capable of performing. He came in and kicked a couple of goals and really got us over a line in one of the NAB Cup games. But yeah, it's probably just started to notice over the last week where you know, games are coming close. Yeah, he's seen him start to get a bit quieter because I think he's sort of missing. You know, not going to be out there with the guys.
Can I ask you about the ruck battle? You've been lucky enough to ruck under some really good ruckmen. Hamish McIntosh is his best, excellent ruckman. Todd Goldstein, an excellent ruckman. Daniel Curry comes into the system. His tap work has been unbelievable. His work down at Geelong, and you played in that game as well, was first rate. You know, he got first use of the ball. Out of those three, tap ruckman alone, if you had to read it off one of them, who's the best? And that's not putting any pressure on at all. It's just technique-wise, who do you think's the best?
Probably, I think Todd's got the best feel for the ball when he touches it. You know, coming from a basketball background, he just seems to be able to put it there. In saying that, though, I think you know, I've only played a handful of games with Daniel Curry, so I think he will continue to develop. And you know, it's been really exciting to see him really push Goldie all the way. And to be honest, I don't know which way the coaches are going to go. I don't even know if
Is Goldie fit? If we had to play tomorrow, would he be available?
Yeah, he played in the last game against Hawthorn, and I think the coach gave him another opportunity just to see how he went, and he acquitted himself well. So it's going to be very tight. We know what Toddy can do. It's whether the coaches believe that Daniel can you know, go past him and give us more on the day.
And that's something you need, isn't it, down North Melbourne? You need players to be pushing for positions where you just don't want players coming in and getting a game because they're the only person available for that position.
Yeah, and we've probably been, you know, in circumstances that over the last couple of years where, you know, we've needed to play guys because we need them to come on and play good footy. You know, and they may have not been performing at stages, but you know, you back them in because you know they're going to be good players in a couple of years. But I think now we've generally got probably 27, 28, even up to 30 players who could play round one. You know, you look at our forward line, you got Petrie, Tarrant, Hansen, you know, Majak Dawes had a terrific pre-season, Aaron Black, who's another young kid coming through, so you've got 5 talls, plus the 2 ruckmen. It's going to be tough for spots.
Yeah. I reckon we'll sort of speak to you about Majak Dawes in just a tick, but we had the captain of the club that you play on Sunday on the show a little earlier today. We spoke to him about equalisation, and they've got nothing to worry about down there at the Collingwood Football Club. They've got it all. Is there anything that you reckon...
Don't brag.
No, I'm just telling it how it is.
Just one kidney punch in there.
They're just saying how it is. Now, is there anything down at the club that you guys are now missing out on? I mean, you've got the new facility at Arden Street. You know...
Yeah, it's a hard one. I think we've come so far in the last, you know, I've been at the club now for 7 years, and you know, from what we used to be in the change rooms, facilities, the gym, everything, it's, you know, we've come miles, and you know, we're fortunate we've got one of the best facilities in the comp. We just had the ground resurfaced, but it's probably when it comes to the amount of coaching staff, how much time they can invest in you, other sort of outside opportunities. I think we'll probably battle a bit in that department, but you know, we're punching well above our weight.
Do your coaches ever see their kids? That's what it sounds like. I imagine it's a bit like that down at North Melbourne.
You know, they work hard as we expect our players to work hard, and they do a great job. But I definitely think you know, there needs to be some sort of equalisation measures.
Can I ask you about the new rules, the sliding in rule? And it will affect you because you're a midfielder, you where the ball is, you've got players in your side that probably do like to go to ground and get rough and tough, and we're talking Jack Zeeble and probably Ryan Basnack and those type. How do you think they'll cope? How do you think North Melbourne Footy Club will cope? Because it was pretty clear on Friday night that Adelaide didn't cope as well as probably what they should have.
I think in general all of our guys will be pretty good. I know you know, Jack Zeeble's one in particular who, you know, the way he plays, he's desperate. He dives to the ball, and I think, you know, I heard Brad Scott already.
Brent Harvey too, I reckon.
Over the last couple of days, you know, I think in our first NAB Cup, Jack gave away a couple of free kicks within a minute, just because it's that desperate nature, dive after the footy, and he only made slight contact. So he's going to be one who's going to have to change the way he plays slightly. He can do so many other things well in our game, so it's not going to be a massive thing, but it will be a slight mindset change. And we've been instructed just to keep our feet. If we go to ground, well, we're going to open ourselves up to be getting called on it.
Players pick it up pretty quick, though, don't they? It's not as if to get to the elite level anyway, Marco. You've got to be switched on. There's not.
They're coordinated kids, mate.
Of course they are, and they learn pretty quickly. So if they've watched DVDs, and I'm sure the AFL came out and explained it to you, and Scotty and the boys would have got together and gone through it as well. Can I ask you one more? Donald McDonald, and he's got his young boy coming through. Have you spoken much about it? Because it seems to be a bigger story in the press than probably what it is at Clubland.
Yeah, not really at all. It's a hard one. They're in. We're players. We go about and do what we need to do. And
so what's Don going to do? Is he boot stutter or masseur or?
I think he's going to move into the commercial operations.
Okay.
That's where he's looking at. And I think he's going to see how it goes, whether it fits later on in the year, and he's happy and the club's happy. Well, he'll do that. If not, he'll probably go on and find something else. As long as we don't see his mug in the paper anymore, it'll be nice.
Hey, you got 5 interstate away games and 2 away interstate home games as well. You got 7. How do you guys travel?
Probably over the last couple of years hasn't been great. I think we've been getting better. I think last year we were a little bit better, apart from the final where we got belted. But I think we're getting better. Our guys are getting more resolve, and we need to, if we're going to play finals this year, we need to win. Not just at Etihad but away. So yeah, we're looking forward to hopefully making sure we get our systems in place when we do go into state. We're competitive.
As captain, you get to choose who you room with. Who do you choose not to room with? Who's the one bloke? There's always one.
No, there's probably 2. Toddy Goldstein, just because he snores like a chainsaw. And the other one, just probably Scott McMahon. So he's just a very random unit, and yeah, I'd much prefer just having my own space.
Can I ask you about one more player? Scott Thompson. Almost an elite backman now. He's probably highly regarded within the footy club, but you've seen his improvement since he first arrived, when he's a fumbly, aggro, almost uncoordinated pest. But he's now reliable, he's dependable, he does everything that you want a backman to do, he takes the game on. How important is he?
Yeah, he's crucial. He's come into our leadership group this year, so we really value his off-field leadership as well. But yeah, on-field he's made massive strides. He's probably undersized for a key backman, but he battles every week, and we're starting to get a bit of stability in our back line. We're pretty settled there, so he gives us great drive, and he's reliable. We know what we're going to get from him week in, week out.
Last one, and you're going to love this, Ox. The huddle I want to talk about. Not many people know about this. The North Melbourne Football Club created something called the huddle. I know you've just won an award for it. And Ox, this is the great thing that you'll love. They had space at Arden Street facility to put some pokies in. The club decided not to do that, and they put in, a facility to help some of the kids and the locals around the club. And they've just won an award. You've just come back from Canberra and won the award. Tell us a little bit about what goes on in the huddle.
Yeah, the huddle is our learning and life centre, and we're very fortunate to be a part of it. So it encourages kids to come down from within our area and abroad, to come down to the centre, and we try and teach them life skills, help them with their schooling. So during the day we have it's booked out every day. Primary school kids coming down, high school. There's teachers there that teach them in an interactive classroom. But then, after school hours, kids can come down and they get tutoring, and it's all free. And we have people who come down and try and improve, either going through high school and try and do as well as they can. So it's a great initiative, and it was nice for the club and the huddle to be recognised at the recent awards in Canberra last week, and they're doing a great job, and the players are doing an excellent role in going down there and giving up their time, off their own bat to actually go and invest in these kids' lives.
Well done.
Now, it is Kangaroo Membership Day here at 1116 SEN, and we want you to get to 1300 Kangas or nmfc.com.au/membership, aiming for 35,000 members. And how about this? All new members who sign up today in Quote SEN will receive a free upgrade to the North End General Admission Area on level 1 next to the cheer squad. That is fantastic. Ox, where'd you have the Kangaroos in your 8? Or in your, on your ladder?
No, I think they were around the 8. I think maybe 7th or 8th.
Yeah,
but... Gee, that's going to be tight. There's going to be a logjam from probably 6 down to 12, and I just had a look at your draw. It's not the easiest one, Andrew.
No.
So you get some wins on early. Who have you got early on? You've got
First 5 games, I think we got Collingwood, Geelong, Sydney, Brisbane, Hawthorn. So.
Yeah, tough. If you make the 8, I think it's a great effort because it is a tough draw for you.
Andrew, thanks for coming in.
No worries, guys.
And good luck in 2013 for the Kangaroos.